In this episode I'm trying to fix a lot of things. I'm also showing you the life on Anchorage right now.
This is the last few days on board Be Free.
Yeah, I know. I'm abandoning you.
Yeah, but what the hell? Why are you wasting your time on this?
And also take you back in time when Martinique was not closed. In the previous episode we arrived Martinique after some problems getting in due to new French directives. Schengen countries were no longer recognized as part of Europe.
Yeah, Be Free is responding on channel 68, over.
After being cleared into Martinique, I tried to upload the previous episode. It looks like a ghost town compared to the last time I was here, but still possible to get a cold beer and a free Wi-Fi. However, after 30 minutes with only 1% uploading, I gave up. I had to find a SIM card, which turned out to be almost impossible. Meanwhile, back on board there was something that was not smelling like flowers.
What you're doing?
Trying not to throw up.
Why?
Well, luckily there's no smell in your smell sensor on your phone, but you should peek inside here.
Oh no.
Do you see the cracked ones?
Shit.
And there's flies.
Oh.
And it smells, and I cannot lift it because it's totally soaked with
Egg.
egg.
That's
The
rotten.
head is rotten.
Oh.
It's green now inside.
That's the smell.
Yeah.
Our eggs had not survived our sailing from Panama, but we managed to clean it up, but needed some time before we were hungry again.
You are in France. I find cheese. Soup. Made by the famous Shelley.
Yeah. So good at that.
Since the first time I met Shelley, she's always been spoiling me with delicious dinners and snacks. Next morning I was servicing the steering system and tried to find out what was wrong. We were actually asking the MRCC for port of refugee due to fatigue and technical issues. Surprisingly, even this was turned down from the MRCC.
Thank you, sir. I really hope so. We've been sailing since we left Panama the 2nd of April. So it's been a rough sail and many days. We really need to fix a lot of things and to get some rest. So.
I still haven't found what's wrong, except from the fact nowadays with the crazy COVID situation, it's not the time for being in distress or have any kind of trouble at sea. You can risk being left alone. I was probably sounding too calm for the MRCC to understand my serious requests.
I have a big rip in the bimini. And a tiny accident with the whoop, which I'm not going to explain any further. So I'm sewing this back together and then put a patch on top and sew some more.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm
Just
so
finished
happy
with the mainsail and now we just found some more on the lazy bags.
Yeah, there's always something. You can't see it from here, but it's shredded in lazy bag as well. So the conclusion is, what is the equipment we need on board?
Yeah, there's so much equipment on this boat, but a sewing machine would be so nice.
But Shelley, this is the last few days on board Be Free.
Yeah, I know. I'm
What?
abandoning you.
Yeah, but what the hell? Why are you wasting your time on this?
I should be swimming and partying.
Yeah.
And
I mean, seriously.
yeah,
we
but I
need-
just saw a turd piece of shit float past. So swimming is sort of gone for a little while, and partying is difficult in these times. So better be useful.
You don't give up so easily, do you?
I am not leaving this boat before this is finished.
Finished. It's a Norwegian boat.
Finished. Listen.
It's still quite strict rules here in Martinique, but if we register online with purpose for going ashore, we can get off the boat for a walk to stretch our legs a bit. This is also nice for Shelley to have been walking on Martinique and seen at least some parts of this beautiful island before flying back home to Holland. Last time I visited Martinique, I did not walk here, so this is also a bonus for me.
No way to get here without a car.
Oh, that's nice.
With a car.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. This would be an amazing camping place.
Yeah. What do you think about this place?
This is very nice.
Yeah.
And it's good to finally feel sand. This is the first time on the beach because it's actually not allowed to go on the beach. We do it anyway.
So we are like outlaws.
Yep.
Almost.
Let's see if we can get away with it or be sent to French prison.
That's amazing. Almost like being on a holiday.
Yeah.
But not.
Oh, it is now.
Yeah, it is.
Today, this afternoon is holiday.
It's good.
Even though we also would like to be a land crab a bit longer, it was time for us to go back to the dinghy. We only have a limited time that we are allowed to be ashore.
If only we could sit on the terrace now, have a beer.
But we have beer on the boat.
Yeah, let's go to our own terrace.
It's not the first time we are being towed.
But it's very relaxing.
We were actually rescued by a very friendly guy towing us back to be free when we had problems in Bocas del Toro.
Okay, bye-bye. That was a really good ride back.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah. It sucks that you will have no outboard now,
Well,
but you still have to spare one.
yeah.
Or we could put my Mercury on here, on there.
Yeah.
Wow, that is fast.
It's 300 horsepower on that tiny one, so of course that blows like crazy. So, but I'm gonna sweep around. So where are we?
This was a few months ago when we were having a good time in Bocas del Toro. And again we need a towing, this time here in Martinique.
So, yeah, something smelly with this outboard. It's like not really possible to get it in neutral, so you cannot start it. When you put it in gear, it just hops out. So it's just like, yeah. So I guess I don't know. It's a year-old engine.
Last time I was here in Martinique, I bought a brand new dinghy, outboard and lots of other things. But I guess after hitting the coral reef during the dinghy race with Rick in Bocas was not very healthy for my poor outboard.
Yeah, and it's a year-old dinghy as well, huh?
Yeah, but that's leaking.
Yeah.
So there's our boat.
Thanks to this friendly sailor, we made it back to be free once again.
Oh, this is nice being in France.
But I miss baguettes.
No fresh baguettes?
No fresh baguettes.
Oh.
This is okay. This is Panamanian.
Crackers. Panamanian
Wannabes.
crackers
Wannabes.
want to be something together with French cheese. Well, what we have is what we have. And with
This I'm so happy with.
destroy the engine, it will not be baguettes or croissants tomorrow morning either.
Very next morning we relocated to what we called the Little Scandinavia, close to our friends from Norway, Sweden and Denmark.
Anchors out.
It's amazing to see how fast this chain has become rusty, after I replaced the chain and anchor last time I was here a year ago.
Hi there. Ah! Hi, Bobby. I'll get on the plane drunk.
Yeah. What's going on?
So, in honor for Shelley's depart, we found some Norwegian, no actually Swedish, akavit. O.P. Andersen, Julak with special edition.
Special edition. Is this with the archipelago on it, or is this another? No, this is another one.
This is the Christmas akkeviet.
I learned a lot
With
about
the-
akkeviet last night
Yeah.
with all the Scandinavians.
Yeah, something for the boat as well. It's
Oh,
very
that's good.
important.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I'm so curious. And should you sip it like a whiskey or drain it like a tequila? Yeah?
Yeah.
And you're gonna.
Drunk on the plane! There's a nice song about that. For my favorite artist.
Okay.
There we go, skål!
Skål.
Ooh.
Eivind is helping us to transport because the dinghy doesn't work.
So the neighbor gives me a lift. That's really
Yeah.
nice.
Amazing.
Good to have good neighbors.
Keep me posted on all your decisions.
Yeah.
Really sorry that I'm going.
Wow, but I mean it's your third attempt of getting a flight back home.
Yeah, so maybe see you tonight.
Yeah. Well, I hope for you that I don't get a message again that you are not allowed to fly or something is wrong. So
It is really good to know that I'm welcome here,
yeah,
but maybe 3 times trying should be enough.
I think so. Shelley, all the best. Safe travel
Thank
back
you.
to Holland
Same for you.
and eat some dropjes for me.
I will. Next time I bring a boatload.
Yeah, cool. Thank you, Eivind. Bye.
Bye bye. See you again one day.
Yeah. Maybe in Bocas, who knows?
You will see more of this amazing sailor girl in later episodes from Panama and Bocas del Toro. It's not the first time I've been alone in Martinique. This was my first Caribbean island after the Atlantic crossing. Being here right now, I thought it could be nice to share how it looked like before the COVID closed the world. And give you some glimpse of what I was doing back then, sharing some normal sceneries from this drop-dead beautiful island. Here in Martinique you can find several beautiful bays with inviting beaches and perfect sceneries for a rum punch to go with the sunset. I feel really sorry for all the sailboats that's been here for such a long time, not being able to explore this beautiful island Martinique. In the afternoon you could hear the drum beats, telling someone is practicing for the upcoming carnival. So as an old drummer I wanted to check it out to see what was going on. They are definitely getting there, but need to practice a little bit more. Beautiful morning, starting with the morning swim together with some sea turtles before taking up the anchor and sail towards Le Marine. With strong currents and waves against me in these light winds, it was not much sailing. I fired up my engine and hammered my way between Martinique and the Diamond Rock. Before I left Fort de France, I opened the autopilot's gearbox in order to find out if it was possible to fix.
Too small. So you have to find someone that fits.
It's just like the Murphy's Law. The only thing I did not take apart for service before Atlantic crossing was also the only thing that really failed. I did visually inspect the steering, quadrant and connectors, but did not take it apart to check inside. I'm so happy this happened outside in the open ocean and not in a crowded marina while maneuvering. At open sea we had time on our side, but with jammed gears making it impossible to steer, this could be the potential high risk. Hopefully I can get spare parts in Le Marine, as I now know what I need. Probably the most busy anchorage I ever seen. So I decided to drop my hook pretty far out in the bay to have some privacy and a little bit clear water. In Le Marine you will find a huge mooring field and 2 marinas, and one of them is mostly for charter boats. Here you will also find several shops with everything from dinghies, outboards to doorknobs and toilets, and even an official Limar dealer. So I was feeling pretty hopeful. One of the benefits having a production boat is most parts and fittings is normally things easy to find and replace. So this morning I started with the easy task of replacing a door handle that had been destroyed during the Atlantic crossing. Since my old toilet wasn't a no-name brand, it was so difficult to get parts, so I decided to change it to Yapsko, which is much easier to find spare parts. This was really straightforward, but of course it's a boat, so it's always a little bit compact space, and sometimes you have to struggle a little bit to get things off. Of course, the old switch is bigger than the new one, so I had to replace it with some wood and just connect the wires, and everything was done. With all the small jobs done, I wanted to go for a little adventure with my new dinghy.
Start to believe in myself and life will be sweet again, so sweet again. Above it all, beat all my challenges and search for my strength. I defeat a ball, I never ever gonna hide no more. I come to love myself again. For all the things I didn't know, the pain, the hurt, I let it go. Let it go. And I start to believe in myself, and life will be sweet again.
Next morning I took a dinghy ride to the outside, checking out the anchorage outside of St. Anne. This is just as I had imagined the Caribbean would look like when I was home dreaming about this adventure. And right now Be Free is anchored right outside of this beautiful beach. This recording is from a year ago, but the boat is still there. So I guess there is tons of videos out there covering this boat already. Martinique is definitely worth visiting, but if you don't speak French, you should be prepared for some challenges. Most people are super friendly and will try their best, at least here in Le Marais. And of course, the food here is just awesome. And as a social single-handed sailor, it's nice to get out to meet other locals and sailors. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I really hope you liked it and managed to follow all the jumping from back in time to present. As you can see, I'm now out here in Martinique at Anchorage and just finalized this video for you guys. Being a single-handed sailor is tons of other things to prioritize, like maintenance of my home and normal stuff like doing my laundry. So at the moment I'm alone again on Be Free, which is totally okay. I'm used to that as a single-handed sailor, but of course it's always a little bit sad to see cool people leave.
See you again one day.
Yeah.
Now I'm waiting for updates worldwide to see where to next. I was planning to sail back to Europe and to cross the Atlantic single-handed. That really doesn't scare me much, but however it now looks like it can be possible to turn around and maybe sail west again in a second attempt of the Pacific crossing. But at the moment I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure even what my next video is going to be about, but I can promise you I have tons of materials from cool places like in Panama, San Blas, Boca del Toro, Jamaica, Colombia, Dominican Republic and so on. So stay tuned for more videos. If you like more update videos and photos, I have Instagram. I'm going to put the link here so you can subscribe and follow. If you would like to inspire me to make even more videos, you can consider subscribing to this video channel as well. Thank you so much and thank you again for watching. Please stay safe and healthy and take care.